So if you all were here for the video before this one where I talked about my little podcast I'll be doing, um, we had some technical difficulties. Expect technical difficulties with whatever. It's life. Okay. So let's put it out there now and get it off the plate. So everybody's fine. Okay, good. So my name is Sharon Nixon and I'm the founder and lead producer. Yeah, I'm the lead producer for Baltimore. I forgot what I was. I'm the lead producer for Baltimore Fashion Week. And since there is no Baltimore Fashion Week this year, thanks to Uncle COVID, we decided to just still interview the designers. We are going to do a pre-show before, hopefully, if COVID allows us, we'll be able to do a pre-show before the actual big show in August, almost in September. But the designer that we're bringing to the screen now is Varnessa Stephenson. She is the lead creative brain behind everything V Kisses Couture. And she will also be showcasing in Baltimore Fashion Week next year. And she's doing the designer debut in New York. Fingers crossed. I will put this out there now. If COVID is still here, we're still moving forward with the shows, but it will be live. So stay tuned for that. Meetings have already started, just letting you know. So without further ado, yay! I need an applause sound bite or something. Let's bring Varnessa. That was my Oprah. How did I do? Did I do good?
Yes, you did amazing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Varnessa Stephenson, and we have, with this collection, we were going ham on this collection because Varnessa she's really, really talented, but she just doesn't know it yet. She doesn't know it. So I had to instill in her that she is. And so, Varnessa, thank you for your time and being with us tonight to tell us a little bit about yourself. And so without further ado, Varnessa, could you give our viewers right now a brief introduction of who you are and what you do?
Yes, so my name is Varnessa, as Sharon already stated. I'm an amazing fashion designer for V Kisses Couture. Also a mother of four and a wife. Um, I am a high fashion designer, and that was basically birthed as far as honing in on high fashion. I would actually say this year. I started targeting fashion design when in 2014, and that's when I ended up going to school at the Art Institute of Charlotte. And when I graduated, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a designer for dancers, and I just love the whole creativity of dancers, like exotic dancers, and that was just gonna be my thing. But over the years, I ended up, it's just like it wasn't clicking for me. So over the years, I was trying to find my my place in fashion design and where I was supposed to be. And finally, after some breaks and coming back, I found my place and I feel at home with high fashion. And I have rebranded myself a couple of times, and now my brand is where I want it to be, and focusing on high fashion with V Kisses Couture.
You're like, because I am fabulous and you all should love me. And you know what? And I think, no shade. I think that everybody should feel that way about themselves, regardless. Whether you're a designer, a makeup artist, hairstylist, just a general person, you should always feel that way. And I know for me, it took me a long time to get there, but I'm here. So you have some fans. So E. Love Johnson said that she's very talented.
Oh, thank you.
I know I'm not going to. Well, let's talk about this first, and then we'll talk about that later. So I know for your collection, you favor the plus size woman, um, the plus size female, the plus size model. Why did you select to go that route versus having an all-inclusive type collection?
So, if anybody know me or you look at me, I am not a standard model size. And I know when I go shopping and I look in all these stores that has the real nice high fashion or upscale type clothing, I never ever ever find it in my size. And I'm not even like really plus size, but I'm also not standard. I'm like that gray area in the middle. So when it comes to plus size and why I design or do most of my creative things for plus size women, first of all, my brand is all about women loving themselves and loving their curves, loving their body, being confident. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't even that big, and but because of other people's outlook, I wasn't always confident in myself either. I was bullied a lot. So I'm at a point in life and with this career where I can be something for someone or other plus size women or children coming up who hear my story and offer them something that no one else has or no one else is offering. So that's another reason why I'm taking my collect. I took it from being custom to ready to wear what I'm offering for high fashion because plus size women don't have that outlet. I mean, now I'm seeing a lot of people try to hone in as far as boutique wise with plus size, and that's because they know it isn't a it there is a place in the market for that, but where I'm coming from is more so from the heart with it, and I want to give plus size women a high fashion a place where they can go for high fashion looks. I think that's it. Yeah. Aw, thank you. I look forward to working with you as well.
I was muted. See, technical difficulties, people. I'm trying to multitask over here. Now that we've talked about your style aesthetic for the collection, how hard was it when you started to move from ready to wear to high fashion?
You said how hard was it for me to move
For you
away?
to navigate from ready to wear to high fashion?
Um, I would say it was quite easy to make the transition because it was harder for me to do. Well, no. When Okay, so mentally it was kind of easy to do, but when you get to the technical part of it, that's where the difficulty came in at. But it was kind of easy for me to make that decision and to do that because if I don't feel it like deep inside, I will not be able to like produce or design the way I want to or be as creative as I want to be. But when it gets down to the technical part of it, that part was a little more difficult because when you talk about that, you talk about doing patterns and scaling patterns for different sizes and creating the patterns from scratch. And if anybody knows me, I know a lot of people on do not, but if anybody knows me when it comes to things that I like to make, it's difficult. Sometimes, like when I sketch stuff, I just sketch stuff from the head and from the heart. And when it's time to make it, I'm just like, why did I do this to myself? But when it comes to making the patterns and then scaling the patterns and then making the sample, that's when the difficulty come in because every woman has a different body type and shape, and you have to make sure that whatever you make, it can fit. I'm not even going to say the average woman. I'm going to say more than the average woman, or at least they it can work for more than the average woman. Yeah.
I didn't want to. I wanted to like jump in. I was like, no, I don't want to throw her off guard, and then she thinks that she has to hurry up. So I was waiting for you to end. So how? So when you went to school, you said what school did you say you went to? I'm sorry.
Art Institute of Charlotte.
Okay, so how hard now before the Art Institute of Charlotte, did you take up any other fashion classes prior to attending college, or was it something you said, I'm just going to do it and I'm gonna go to school to learn it, and I don't care how difficult or easy or hard it will be? Is that something you decided to do?
Actually, fashion design was sent from God. I'll say that, because even though it was in my grandmother, she sewed, my mom sewed clothes for me, but I'm going to school for cosmetology, and that was my thing, and that's what I did for a while, until I stopped. But at the time when it came about, I can't even, I really honestly, even to this day, can't say how I ended up going to fashion design school. But I know that I was led to go there. And um, it's just changed my life ever since. But I know that I was led to go there. So I didn't know how to sew before then. I called myself because I thought I was gonna have to do an interview before they accepted me, and I was like, okay. I was with my husband, and we were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, and I was like, all right, babe. So look, I have to make sure, see if I can make something, so when I go to my interview, I can take it. And I was like, well, can I cut up some of your shirts? And I cut up some of his shirts. Did not have a sewing machine. I had a needle and thread, and I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna make this into? And I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna, we gonna see what happened. I'm gonna just let them teach me. So yeah, I knew how to do and nothing. But when I went to school, they taught me the basics. And that's all I needed. I realized, I thought that when I went to school that they were going to teach me everything I needed to know, but they taught me the basics, and they did teach me what I needed to know to take myself further.
So you have a question from the viewer, and it's from Rhonda Dyson,
Hey,
travel designer, and she says, "Are you the model in your photograph?"
it depends which one. Um, But I will say I don't model my clothes because I don't want to be the designer and the model. I'm not against anyone who does it. It works well for a lot of people, but I'm not a model. And as you can see in this video, this interview, I'm kind of awkward. Like, let me kind of know. The models know what to do, so I'd rather leave that up to them.
Well, I wouldn't say that you're awkward. I think to me, it seems like you're very comfortable doing this interview, and you're not nervous. But I'm dying to talk about that black and white dress behind you, because you know that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, this side, yeah. So
So,
this,
so let's skip the questions for right now, and let's talk about some fashion. So first, you know what? I know which one I would want to see first, but it's not about me. So you talk about whichever one you want to talk about first, as long as we talk about that black and white one eventually. Okay.
well, that's my favorite one anyway. It's plus size, so we'll get to that one first.
Okay. Okay.
So this right here, this is one of my plus size masterpieces, and this was definitely gonna grace the runway. Here, I love to do, as I say, complex pieces. And I know when I was in school, I did a half skirt, half pant outfit, and I always wanted to try to replicate that. But back then, I could not. But now I really get it again. So that's what this is. It's a half dress, and it's a long dress. The model that was going to wear it was very tall and curvy, and this is a loose sleeve right here, and this side is like a leotard side. It's made with denim. This is spandex, and this is like what this was gonna be. It was gonna be only half, but I was like, no, I think this would be so much better as a belt, because what if somebody really liked the outfit? Women like to be able to have options. So let's say you get this outfit, and you really like the belt, but you don't want to wear the belt with this outfit. So you can wear the belt with something else, or you want to wear this, but you don't want to wear this belt. Maybe red is not your color for the night. You're able to take the belt off and wear just um, the half and half. So I really, really love this one. And I was contemplating whether it was going to be a birthday fit because, I love to wear things that's mine. But, I want to keep the outfit professional because I still haven't launched it yet. So, But yes, this is my favorite. And it's my favorite because when I sketched it, I was just like, okay, I sketched it. Okay, how am I going to do this? Um, I know my thing with making plus size is that with patterns, because I make my own patterns. So I always had that issue with making the midsection long enough. And I did it, y'all. I did it. I made one before this and I tried it and it was just too short. And I was like, yeah, if it's too short for me, it's going to be too short for someone else. And the model was tall, and usually tall have long torsos. So I was like, let me redo this, which is a great reason why you're supposed to do your samples when you make patterns. But I redid it and it came out perfect. Like I love, love, love this. I love it because it's not something you have not seen this nowhere else. Like tell me, have you seen this somewhere else? I love making things you don't see anywhere. Exclusivity.
Is that your word for tonight? Exclusivity.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you have Cheyenne Star says, I love how edgy and classy that dress is.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
then Lambo Luis 171 says, hi, Vanessa. I don't
Hello, thank you for tuning in.
I don't know who that is. Um, hi. So let's see the other look.
This one right here,
Oh, I like that.
I love this one too. So this one was as far as making the pattern, it was a little complex for me, but usually everything I make is, as I said. So you have one side, as you can see, is strapless, it's like a bandeau top, and the other side is off the shoulder, as you can see right here. And I made this one like this because I wanted it to be something that you can wear from a casual aspect, and you also can wear it if you want to dress up. So let's say you're out, for people who may be busy or something, and you're out during the day, but you like me, whether it's day or night, you like to dress up sometimes. Like you just want to look your best no matter what, because I know women, we like everybody to see us in our outfit. Like if we have a bomb outfit on and we could put it on a billboard, we will do that. So this is what this outfit is. You can wear it during the day, show the world, and you can also wear it at night and, go out on the town with your significant other or with your friends for a girls' night. So you have the best of both worlds with this outfit. It's a nice satin, um, beautiful fabric, and then you have this nice denim. And dark denim is my favorite. If you don't know now, you know. I love, love dark denim. So putting these two together, I was like, let me put my two favorite fabrics together and create something wonderful. And that's what I did. So this is definitely one of the high fashion elite outfits here, garments here.
So the denim, is that stretch?
Yes, it does. And that's the great thing about it. Because being as I do design for plus size as well, even though this is a standard model's dress, I
Hmm.
can also make this for a plus size woman as well. Because not all some plus size women can wear with, cutouts like this.
Hmm.
But I'm also going to make one to where it's full, and a plus size woman like me can't wear this out can. So it's something I like to have my garments every single piece to wear. If you're standard size, you can wear it, and if you're plus size, you can still wear it and you can rock it.
So you have a question from Lambo on YouTube. He said, are you a male designer?
So, not exactly yet, but for 2021, you stay tuned to Baltimore Fashion Week and Because Couture. You will see us launch together Because Couture's tongue tie or tongue twist. First male pieces. So definitely stay tuned if you want to see that, which You seem pretty interested. So please make sure you stay tuned for that.
And so Rhonda said knockouts. That the message, I believe this message, I don't know, Rhonda, which one you're saying knockout to, but I don't know. I think that came after Lambo. So I'm assuming that the knockout is for both dresses because now I want both of them and I will work really hard in the gym. Okay. So she lost her connection. She'll be back. So now you just have me. I don't know what to talk about. Okay, here she is. She's back.
I did, y'all. It tried it. It tried to kick me out. See, you know what? Not happening. It tried it. I was like, hold up.
So, I forgot what I was saying because when you disappeared, I was like, no, it's like I did not wait no more at that time. So Rhonda said knockout. Then Bree Williams said, I love your designs and cannot wait to get into some of your beautiful creations.
Thank you. Me too. Me too. Look, I had some stuff planned.
And then Lambo gave you a thumbs up and smile. And Rhonda said the knockout was for both dresses. So the dress with the bandeau top and the red skirt, is the red material stretch as well?
Is it what?
Stretch. Does it stretch?
Yes, it does. I love working with stretch fabrics because working with plus size, we love stretch fabrics. It could be just a little teeny bit too small, but if it's stretched, you can wiggle in there. So, yeah, I love working with stretch, especially being a plus size designer.
Okay, the messages are starting to come in. So Abby gave you the smiles, and then
Thank
she said
you.
beautiful designs and musically. Nakia said Vanessa, yes, Vanessa, I love it. Can you read this? Because I feel like I'm
Yeah,
just
I can read it.
I'm just
Thank
not
you
reading
so
because we're
much.
both adults here. Oh, okay. And then you have that. So speaking of music, I
Yes.
found out when it was time for the designers to submit their music for their set that yes, I did not mention we were off camera, that you also write. Do you compose your music as well?
So I write and that's it. I write and record. Yeah, I go to someone else to record it. And my husband sometimes he helps me with writing because sometimes I get blank. Like I do the beginning of the song, and then I'll be like, okay, I can't finish. And I'm the type of person when I write, I have to be in a certain mindset when I write, like
Mhm.
anything. So, and then when you have kids, you could be in that mindset. Then you have to stop and okay, take care of this and come back. So, yeah.
So with it, speaking of kids, with the transitions, kids in your family, with the transition to a new state, how has that or has it? Not saying that it has, I'm mainly asking, has it impacted your creativity? And when I
Um,
say, wait a minute, it's a two-part question. So when I say has it impacted, not per se of um, did you stop, but moving to a different state, has that increased your creativity by the new surroundings? Have you thought about new ideas for design, that kind of stuff?
Oh, I definitely have. I already it was sitting, of course I can't tell it because I never spill it.
Right, don't
But
spill it, don't spill it.
I already was sitting and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so nice to make. And I went ahead and did a quick sketch. So I definitely have some things that's coming out the woodworks. But it definitely has the creative juices are flowing. And even more so now because yes, I do have to stop temporarily, but I'm about to make something shake because me, I can't stop designing for too long. I can't stop working for too long. Like I have to work. But as we know, with traveling and get unsettled in, sometimes you have to put a little break on there. But the creative juices are definitely flowing, and I am ready not only even with this collection is actually the first thing that I'm about to work on, because I'm a visualist, and I think I created that word because I tried to type that one day and autocorrect wouldn't work. So yeah, I think that's the word I created. But I love visuals and amazing visuals, and with everything that I create, if you check out my Instagram or my social media profiles, I always have to create some amazing visuals for it. So definitely stay tuned for that, because what I have for this collection, it's gonna blow y'all mind. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's gonna blow y'all mind because it's gonna blow my mind. And I'm ready, and I hope y'all ready for it.
So I have another question for you. When you create, do you cut the pattern and then go to buy the material, or do you buy the material and then you sketch?
No, I cannot do that. I've tried, and I've wasted a lot of money that way.
Wait a minute,
I
which
have
way?
to
Which way?
um buying fabric first and then trying to make something, it never works for me. Like, I try to do that because I see fabrics and I'm just like, oh, this is so pretty, this is so nice, this is so sparkly, I want to buy it, I want to buy it, I want to buy it. But then I buy it and then I get home and I'm just like, okay, I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I'm not even really feeling it right now. And I'm not a designer that just makes whatever. Like, I'm a planner. I like to plan everything that I do. Meaning, I'll plan, even if it's not a full collection, it'll be a mini, like 2 or 3 pieces type collection. Or if it's one piece, there's a whole theme and everything around it that I'm planning. As far as pictures, probably not always video, because I don't always have a videographer, but pictures or video, or I even go as far as planning my actual posts and everything from the moment that I'm sketching. Like, I'm such a visual and graphic person to where I'll be sketching something and I'll just stop because I have a whole commercial, legit commercial in my head. And I'm like, okay, let me write this down. Okay, so let me turn this into a photo shoot. Like, my favorite part is seeing everything come to life, and the visuals of everything, the photo shoot, the video shoots, all of that.
So being such a busy, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a designer, you're a creative, you're a business owner. How does that come into play with social media? Because I know for me, I have like 15 gazillion different software packages that I subscribe to, that I try to get the word out with. And so with you, how has that affected your level of creativity? Because I know for me, um, I'm a visualist as well, and so I can't do anything unless I'm in the zone. And if I'm in the zone, I can knock out a whole, like the lookbook. It took me maybe, when I designed it, it probably took me 4 hours to do the first version that you all saw, when it was just the event booklet. And now I can't, like, I have so much other stuff going on. It's just I have to be in the right mindset. How does that, as a designer, how do you ever hit creative potholes like that? And if you do, how do you get yourself out of them?
So I am exactly the same way. Like, it's crazy. I'm exactly the same way. And I have had moments where I've hit creative blocks, and it drives me insane when I go through it because, like, my every waking moment, I like to create amazing visuals. But when I get to those moments, like I said, it drives me crazy, and I'm going to my husband. And I'm just like, oh, babe, I really want to make this, and I really want to do this, and I'll go in my sewing room, and then I'll look around. But it's so much in my sewing room as far as different things that I can do. So I walk in, and then I'm just like, okay, let me go back out because I'm not even ready to be in here. So I go back out. So I'll literally walk in and out the room a couple times to the point I'll just be like, you know what? Just stop. Like, go spend time with the family, spend time with the kids. And then the reason why I, especially moments like that, I focus like hard down on my children and my husband is because when I get in work mode, and work mode can last, be a really good day or really good week or weeks. But when I get in work mode, I tend to neglect. I do. Um, and as a mom and a business owner, I feel like that's something that happens. And I'm kind of glad we brought this up too, because there's other people out there that's probably watching, and they're just like, well, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I have my kids, and they feel guilty for um not being able to give the children the 100% attention that they want, because believe me, my children, if they had it their way, from the moment they open their eyes, like they are like on 10. So I just be like, okay, let's calm down. I know it's early in the morning. Mommy has to wake all the way up. So when I get in those moments, I definitely make sure I spend a lot of time with my kids, whether it's doing activities, or I'll take them somewhere, or I'll sit and watch movies or TV shows and stuff with them, because I know that in other moments, when I'm deep in work zone, that you know I don't give them the attention that they crave. But then they're so used to these different moments, and I also communicate with them because they understand very well. I communicate with them. I'm like, okay, I know Mommy's about to be in work mode, so let me make sure y'all got this, that together, and then I come back out and I prepare lunch, and then I get back, feed the little babies, get back to work, and then come back and take care of dinner and get back to work. So it's a thing that I've trained myself to be able to work around it, because even though I have 4 children, I didn't mention I have 4 children. Um, it's this is the first time doing all of this, because when you're living, this is your first time. It's your first time handling everything. So I had to learn to manage home life, or family part of life, as well as managing business. And but I feel so empowered when I do, and the fact that I've been able to manage everything, especially with everything that came with me making sure that I did what I needed to do for Baltimore Fashion Week, as well as preparing for this move, as well as being there for my family. It made me feel so empowered, like I did it, like going crazy for what it's done. I feel great.
I'm gonna tell you, I pushed. If I didn't push anybody else, I pushed Varnessa. I was like,
Yes.
we got a meeting, and sometimes she would need to reschedule. And then one time we were on a live. We do our meetings via Zoom, and oh my God, when I felt I didn't. Usually, I don't have any type of emotion. But when I finished, when you and I finished having our meeting, I was like, wow, because the decision that was made, I was like, wow, I can't believe. Oh my God, you are like really working on me because
Let
throughout
me tell you, I have to tell
and
you, because I wasn't able to tell you like the whole behind the scenes of
it's
everything,
okay. It's okay.
but it was I feel great when I tell you I love that you pushed me like that, because the average person would just be like, you're done, and don't care and don't worry about it. But I just want to say I really do appreciate what you did, because you did push me. And within a week time span, I've never done this before. In a week time span, I basically did the patterns, the cutting, the sewing, everything in a week. And then I was the day that I messaged Sharon, I was just like, you know what? It's just whatever, I appreciate you and I still support you, but I still didn't even get my zippers in. Like everything else is done. I just like, and my mom and everyone was in the house, and they was just like, don't even bother her. Don't ask her no questions. Just she going through it right now. Like they were just watching me walk through the house, and I was just like, I did my best and blah blah. I just need to know I did my best. And but I really do appreciate you for that, because it really showed me what I can do. Like if it wasn't for that, I would not have known that I can push all that out within a week from beginning to end. And I can't even take all the credit. I had an intern that um, I had found on Facebook through a song group that I'm in. And when I tell you, she was a blessing. She came twice a week and helped me with cutting patterns, cutting things out in fabric. Her name is Danielle. I invited her to the live, so you know, I don't know if she's watching or not, but she was a huge blessing, and she was a huge help, and I
We
really
need to
appreciate
interview
her.
her. We need to interview her.
Well, I'll definitely let her know. I'll
Yeah,
send her a
please send
text and
me
let
her
her know
info too.
she needs
I
to
wanna,
be.
I wanna know. Was that her first time working with you?
It was her first time working with me. I basically put a post out and I was just like, I'm doing this fashion show and I really need help. You know, I'm trying to work around with the kids and I really need some help, like an extra person will help. Please email me if you want to do it. And she emailed me and she sent me her work and she was like, I would love to help you. And I was like, okay, cool. Come in and let's meet. And I was like, you know, of course, Corona going on, just make sure everything is good, you know, you're safe and everything. She was like, yes, of course. She came, and one of my requirements was for the person to basically, you know, be able to work around all the busyness that was in the household. And when I tell you she did that, like she came, my kids would come in the room and be like, especially my youngest, would come in there and just stare at her like, who are you? And what are you doing? Like, I've never seen you before. But, you know, she was so sweet. She was so sweet. We never worked together, but we meshed very well. And as I told her, even with this move here to Texas, like, I will never forget her. And when my moment comes, I'm definitely going to be there to give her a chance because I appreciate that she gave me a chance to, you know, come there and be there for me and help me through everything.
I was trying to wait for Baltimore's finest to run past. So we waited for sirens. So for her name is Danielle.
Yes, Danielle.
Okay, good. Because we talked about that. Remember, we talked about that during our little meeting, and I was like the precautionary measures, like please do this, do that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that I didn't know that until just now that you had somebody. I was like, oh, because remember we met. I said, oh, okay, and you showed
Yeah.
me the collection. I was like, oh, okay.
Look, yes, I promise you, like, if it wasn't for her, I know I would not have been able to do it. Like, I would have pushed and pushed, but I would not have been able to get as much done as I did. You know, when I was out, I had to step out and, you know, make sure the kids was eating or whatever, or calm the babies, you know, because I had moments I had to calm the babies. I had to stop and put the baby to sleep and everything. And she was working. She wasn't on her phone
Oh
24/7.
my God, girl,
I know, like it's so
that's a
nervous
blessing
for me
right
to meet
there.
people because you never know. Like a person is,
Mhm.
you have to have a person that's going to be so much into your brand and what you're trying to do as you are. And that's what she was for me. Like she came and did it as if it was hers, basically. And I appreciate that to the fullest.
So you said you went on social media and you put out a post to find her, but how has social media helped you with your brand?
It helped me a lot because I'm a homebody for the most part, which I'm working my way out of that. But I am a homebody, and the reason why is because I am not where I want to be in life yet. And until I get there, I am definitely, and I know even when I get there, I'm still going to be working, but I'm be able to go travel the world and work. But I have to do as much as I can and spend as much time as I can with building my brand, with, you know, spending time with my family and building my brand. So I'm home a lot working. So social media has made it possible for me to meet people, first of all, network, meet people, people that I would never, that probably would not talk to me on a regular day. they see my work and they love my work and they reach out to me. Like there's people that I have even reached out to work with as far as models. And like this is one girl I had reached out to for when I was doing my draping videos, and I was like, I would love to work with you. Or maybe she reached out to me. I can't remember. But she was like, I've been watching your work for a long time. And I was just like, really? Like, wow, I didn't know that. Like, I appreciate that. And it made me feel good. So it's helped me be able to take my work places that I haven't even stepped foot in yet. And yeah, so that's what social media has done for me and my brand.
And you also have a YouTube channel, right?
Yes, and I am building that. Right now, my YouTube channel has it's 4 videos that I was doing. So I have my design, and then I've also started with a business for fashion, for helping others start their fashion business. And the reason why is because when I was starting, I couldn't find anyone to help me. Or when you try to reach out to people, no one wants to help you, or they don't want to even just give you a teeny little bit. I'm the type of person that I love to be able to be there for people and help people when I can. So I started a business within this pandemic, with everything being online and whatnot, to where people can reach out to me if they want to start a fashion business, or if they have started and they just don't know what to do next. Or when it comes to visuals, they need some ideas, because I do it anyway. So I'm just like, well, if I do it anyway, I might as well make a platform to where I can get paid for it too.
So do you find doing because I find it really hard for me to do these YouTube videos. The first, not, well, I guess it's a twofold. It's not hard for me to do it, but it's hard for me to block out the time because I'm so, now I have to get conditioned to do the interviews with the designers. I think I have 3 more left. The interviews with the designers, and then I'm doing the podcast on Sundays. That was a shameless plug, y'all. I'm doing the podcast on Sundays every Sunday at 6. So it's just a podcast or video cast, whatever you call it. It's on YouTube, 6 o'clock. Um, and so I find that, and I'm not, to me, I don't think that I'm doing as much, or it's not as intense as a designer, because you all have to first, you got to come up with the idea. If you dream about it and you don't have a pad beside your bed, which I slept with a pad beside my bed for many of years. I don't do it anymore though. You can sometimes lose the vision. Then you have to draw the vision, all those sketch colored pencils and papers and pages you rip out. Then you got to go buy it. So you drew the vision. Now you got to go find the fibers or the materials to create the, it's, I don't know how y'all good wig off y'all.
Look, when I tell you, I don't care where I'm at or what I'm doing. Well, I always have my phone by my bed. But if I'm sleeping or I'm going to sleep and something pops in my head, I will just, sleep is on pause and I have to type it, because I've done that. I have was either dreaming, and I dreamed of something and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be my $1 million thing. And I just was like, okay, when I wake up, I'm gonna write it. And of course, I woke up and I didn't remember it, and I was just like, oh, like that could have been like my big break. So I never again. I don't care. When I was working, I was working retail at Rainbow, and they had these little notepads where um, I think it was the thing where the customers can write um, reviews or something on there. I can't remember. But those little sheets, those were my little notepads. Something popped up in my head while I'm at work. I would write it down and stick it in my purse so that I can take it home and build on it some more. Like, I definitely learned my lesson and I get that. But as far as YouTube, um, I still haven't gotten on the whole wave of posting like I would like to. I do want to make more videos, but everything has to be like the whole background and everything has to be 100% in order for me to do it, or at least 90 in order for me to do it. Because if not, I'm just like, nah, this is not right. Like this right here, I was like, okay, an hour before, actually 2 hours before, I was like, let me set up my station, cake and my everything together. All right, cool. Like it has to be right. So I haven't gotten there yet either. But one day.
And so to talk about your baby, you were live not too long ago on Facebook, I think it was. Yeah.
Yes.
You were singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It was
Yes.
so cute.
Thank you. He is. I think he's gonna be a singer. Like music is all in our blood, and his dad, my husband, he's a rapper, and I'm a singer, and I rap. But I don't like to say rap because people think hardcore, but it's definitely not that. But he has such a smooth, like nice voice, and so I'm just like, oh, we need to do some YouTube videos to where I sing with him because he's always singing little nursery rhymes and songs, and it'd be so cute.
So when do you think after you get settled, when do you think you'll start working on either new collection or add more pieces? Because I know all the designers that were supposed to schedule like the showcase in like 2 weeks are probably going to have more pieces. I'm already looking forward to it. It was a minimum, I think it was 25 looks. And I know some of the designers are going to add more. I'm like, I don't care. Just do whatever you want to do. I don't care. And so do you think that you'll triple or double your collection by August? Well, definitely probably not by the pre-show, but by August. And well, because you're doing, wait a minute, because you're
Yeah.
doing Baltimore Fashion Week and the designer debut.
Yes. So
I'm sorry, but the designer debut is our runway show that we do during New York Fashion Week, and it is so awesome. It is so awesome. So if hopefully we can travel to New York in August of next year, because September next year. I'm just keeping it real. We're going to live stream everything next year. So starting in August, everything will be live streamed as a norm. Go. I'm done. Did you forget the question? Because I forgot it.
No, I didn't hear it. It was going out, but I was tuning in. I'm like, let me catch as much as I can catch.
That was your only job.
I know, it was like, hold up, what? Like, nah, you didn't hear it.
I know the one. I was asking if you were going to make more garments for the show to add on to the show.
I know I'm definitely gonna have some more garments. I didn't get to finish everything that I wanted to, so and there's one that I didn't show you that I really, really like can't wait to make. It's like something really nice and extravagant. So I know I'm definitely gonna be adding like 10 more pieces to this collection. Yeah. And then after this collection, I'm gonna have a whole new collection, of course, for the New York Fashion Week.
So who is your fashion inspiration? Or what is your fashion inspiration?
Yeah, because I don't have a who. I mean, well, maybe
Alexander
I can
McQueen.
say I have a who. So my fashion inspiration is basically, I would say it's my alter ego.
Oh, wait a minute. We can't. Wait a minute. Watch it. So is this a PG-13 alter ego?
Oh yes. Okay. No, look, I'm not about to put myself out there like that, okay?
We will never talk about my alter ego live. Never. We will never talk about mine, okay?
I mean, we have more than one, but no, not that one. Not at all. No, it's like, everything I make is high fashion, and I see myself, as far as alter ego, I see myself as this woman that goes to formals every weekend or every other weekend, that travels to exotic places, or I'll say that's the type of person that I basically think about when I design. Not saying that a person that doesn't do that can't wear it, but the elite squad of women is who I design for. What I think about when I design, I have to be mindful of my words. So um, that's what I think about when I design for this collection. Other than this collection, when I design, I think about catching people's attention. Really, because I don't know, a lot of people have seen, I've done a lot of themed shoots and themed designs, and it's like extreme and over the top pieces that I create. And a lot of times, most of them, especially lately, has all been plus size. I had a go-to model that I had for those pieces that I may not have anymore. But no, I'm not gonna say that. I know she'll be down no matter what. But um, I like to make over the top stuff and for like random things that I design as far as theme stuff that I design. But other than that, for my collections, it's high fashion, the elite woman, go to formals, have little tea parties. Like that's just how I think um, when it comes to stuff that I design.
So, do you think in your collection you'll ever incorporate, other than belts, because I know you incorporate belts as an accessory for your collection, do you think you'll ever incorporate hats, or have you ever had the desire to create footwear?
Ooh, so I actually have already created two hats, and I would like to make more. I love making. Actually, I have to say, okay, two hats and one headpiece. I've made a really nice extravagant red headpiece. That's one that I'll never forget. Anyone who see it will never forget. And I've made two hats. Um, it was inspired by Beyonce's, big
Mhm.
side circle hat. I made that, and I actually did a shoot with it. One of them has um, rhinestone trim going around the front, and the other one has a red lips on the top with a black base in the back. So, as far as that, yes, most definitely. I want to make accessories because when I go to accessorize my pieces, I don't find what I want. And I love to be exclusive, as we know by now. So, if I can't find it, I'll find a way to make it. So, and as far as shoes, I've already came up with designs. I've already sketched a few, but that's a whole ball game that I don't know if I will. Well, I doubt that I will make it, but I'll have to find someone to make it. So yes, most definitely. Purses too. I already have a purse sketched, and I have a teacher that I reached out to that she said that she can make it for me. So I have to definitely get that together as well.
So I was going to ask you something. I'm looking at your site. It's beautiful. Do you mind if I show your site?
Oh, I don't mind.
She said, "Yes, please do. Please show my site." So this is Varnessa's site. Let me get rid of all the rest of this stuff. Oops, I can't get rid of that because it'll end us. Um, can you all see this? I guess you can
I
see.
can
We'll
see it.
see. We'll assume that everyone said yes. And so this is her site, and I put the Vanessa's website link in the ticker that's going across the bottom of the screen, so you can see it. I like her braids. This is nice. Oh, you made the for the patch of denim. You made the shorts.
That denim piece right there, that's one of the things I made for my Drake video. And
Okay.
that's actually the model that I was talking about that I did the shoot with. And it surprised me that when we spoke with each other, it was just like literally the day before the shoot, we reached out to each other and did the shoot. And she was just like, yeah, I've been looking at your work. And Facebook algorithm, they don't really show you everybody that's on your friends list.
Right.
So I didn't even know. And I was just like, wow. But yeah, um, that's the one that I was talking about. That hat right there, that's
This
the
one.
with the lips, the red. Yeah,
Uh
that's one
huh.
of the hats that I was talking about.
Now, if I click these pictures, will it expand to a larger picture?
It's gonna go to a page that has more pictures from that collection or those
And
that shoot.
so can I click it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to talk about this?
Yes. So this was my Valentine's special for 2020, and what made me come up with this was because before last year Halloween, I actually went on a huge break when it came to designing. Um, and I have two little ones, so I went on a huge break as far as fashion design. And I was like, when I come back, I need to come back with a bang. And this was the second bang. So I went and I sketched something for Valentine's Day. I was like, I need to do something that's Valentine's lovey inspired. And this is what I came up with. And once I did the sketch, I was like, okay, I need to find fabric that's going to sit up like that. I need to, like, I basically had to put everything together or figure out what I needed to use to put together to make this look come to life. And that's what I did. So, you have the heart dress with the hat to go with it. And this one, I have to explain this one because a lot of people don't know from jump. But this is lips. The top cover piece is lips. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have the rhinestone trim, which shows like the lines that is in lips to kind of try to give it a more realistic look as well as high fashion look to it.
Is that where the kisses comes from in V Kisses Couture?
Yes.
Okay.
This was definitely a part of a branding piece, not only Valentine's, but branding as well. And that's my plus
Oops,
size
sorry.
model Diasia that was my go-to.
Her right here.
Yes.
So let's talk about this piece. This is really nice. It's very dramatic.
Yes. That is the first headpiece that I made. So and when I first started designing, as y'all know, as I said, I love doing visuals. And so I came across a photographer and his photos were so awesome. And I was just like, man, I can't afford him. I'm not even gonna reach out. But I was like, you know what? Closed mouths don't get fed. So I reached out to him, and his name is Raphael. And I was able to, me and him was able to come together and basically collaborate on a lot of things. So we would plan shoots and do them. That's where a lot of the beginning of my portfolio came from. That may not all be on there, but this right here was both of our um, special shoot, the most special shoot that we did. The second photo is what he submitted into a photography contest, a huge photography contest, and I made the headpiece and I styled the shoot. So I made the headpiece, I got the wig, and I made she has on a leotard as well, and I made that. And we put it together, everything together, and he was like a pinch from winning. This right
Oh
here,
wow.
yeah, he almost won, and I was like, we were so excited because we followed the whole thing. The neck piece that I made, that was something extra that we made. We was like, okay, we kind of gonna do two shoots in one as far as for a beauty shoot. So every time I do a shoot, I bring accessories, I bring everything because I just like to style everything from top to bottom for the vision. And so I made the neck piece from scratch, and I brought the jewelry, of course, and the wig, and we styled it, and bam, this masterpiece came out of it. But this was one of my favorite shoots that I did, that we collaborated on, because
Now,
that was my first. And that she has a hair piece on as well. So that's like a hair clip as well as
mhm,
a neck piece as well for that shoot right there. That one right there.
it's really beautiful.
Thank you. This is how I love all my work to look like, top notch quality, because I feel like, especially as a designer, this is my first impression with anything and with anybody. So All of my pieces, all of my photos that I post, they have to be like at a certain level, a certain standard. That blue piece right there, that was my the first thing that I ever draped in school.
This
And
one right here.
yes, and me and Raphael did that shoot together. And the model, so I was working at Rainbow at the time, and I saw this girl. She was shopping with her mom, and I was like, "Hey, can I? You don't mind if would you?" I was like, "Can I talk to you?" I asked her mom. I was like, "I have something I really, really would love your daughter to model for me," and I was like, can I give you my information? We exchanged information, and she was like, yeah, of course. And they came and we did this shoot. Like, she looks amazing. She was a Barbie doll. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like this came out so much more perfect than I even imagined. That that right there is a memorable piece for me. The first thing I ever draped from scratch, learning how to drape.
Oh wow. Yay. So this is a really, really, really nice site. I really like it's very clean. It's different. It's really
I
nice.
made it.
And to know that you had a key you were a key component in all each one of these looks is really awesome. I really
Thank
love
you.
that headpiece. That headpiece is gorgeous.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to do more of them, of more headpieces like that, or different, but more headpieces. Period.
So we're about to end this interview, and Vanessa, thank you so much for taking time away from the babies to really, just spend a moment or a minute. Is it a moment? I don't know. Whatever. Just spending a minute with me to talk about you and your brand. Now, do you consider your collection to be a brand or label?
A brand.
A brand, okay. To talk about your brand and your future coming down the pike. But I have one more question. If you could be any accessory, anything in the sewing capacity or sewing category, what would it be and why?
Hmm. I would be. Uh, that's tough, but it's tough. But I'm gonna say off the fly, I would say I would be a hat. And the reason why I would be a hat is because I love, because of how creative I am and how I love to have options, period, no matter what. With a hat, you can make so many different types of hats. As you can see, you have the headpiece, and hats are evolving in fashion. So I choose a hat. I choose a hat, and that would be a bomb, amazing hat. Like, I wouldn't be your regular average hat that you see in Ross. I probably wouldn't be in the stores either. Like, it would be exclusive.
So you would be a custom piece.
Yes, yes.
So tell everybody before we end, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
So you can find me on Instagram at vkissescouture. And you see the spelling down there at the bottom. Um, there's no dots or anything at vkissescouture. You'll find me on Facebook at v.kissescouture. So on Facebook with the dot, on Instagram without the dot. And you can find me on YouTube at v.kissescouture. And my website is at the bottom down there as well, www.vkissescouture.com. And that's where you'll see and be able to see when I actually launch this beautiful collection back here, and know when the pieces are ready to are and available to be purchased. So subscribe to my website for all the updates.
So your YouTube, your IG is V no dot kisses couture. Your YouTube is V dot kisses couture.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube,
As well as Facebook.
as well as Facebook. Okay, so let me add and Facebook and Facebook. What am I typing? Okay, I got it. So let me add this back to the scene. I should have had all this done. Ah, there it is. So
Yes,
if you need to
yes.
get in contact with Varnessa, and if you get like, oh, I don't remember, just watch all of the video. And then when you go to the end of the video, her information will be up. And we'll also drop the information in the description on our YouTube channel. So Varnessa, thank you so much for meeting with me tonight, just to do a brief interview and talk about you, your future, and your present. And tell the kids I said hi.
I will. They back there. Let's say hey, kids. Say hey. Hi. Hey. Okay, they had to be
Hi.
quiet, so they was like, I don't know, should I say hey? Okay, that's enough.
So Reginald said, hey, boo boo.
Hey, how you doing?
So Varnessa, again, thank you so much. And thank you for your time. And I'm Sharon Nixon, and I'll see you soon on YouTube.